so far from the ground, but I'm not looking down. Feel the warmth of the breeze rushing over me. Now we're soaring high, reach and touch the sky. We can touch the sky, feel alive. We can fly, we can fly. Touch the sky, feel alive. We can fly.
Good morning.
Yay!
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday, and welcome to the Kelly and David stream. Or we're gonna rename it though.
Yes,
what we're
we need
talking
some
about
help,
today.
guys.
We need some help. If anyone's out there today, we are looking for help. We want to get to stream 2.0. We love the stream, but we feel like there's so much more we could be doing.
There is so much more we could be doing. We need some structure. We need one of our topics today is coming up with some bits. So if anybody has any ideas for bits, let us know. All I could think of is, back at the Muppet Show and Pee Wee Herman. He always had good bits.
Yeah, we need some little things like that. And I think part of the reason we're even having this discussion is because I'm doing so much video production for other people, and I'm producing streams, and they're all better than ours.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah, I'm producing other people's streams, and they're amazing. And then our stream, I've just been kind of showing up.
So basically, what I need to do is just tell you all the cool things that I want to do, and then you make it happen. Is that what we're doing here?
That kind of works. I mean, I should help with ideas. I should be creative too. But like
one of us has to actually make it happen.
Coming up with the Hillary show. Hanging with Hillary. I shouldn't call it the Hillary show.
Hanging with Hillary.
But when you watch that, I was showing you all the bits and things we do on Hanging with Hillary, and you're like, That's so cool. Why don't we do stuff like that? I'm like, you're
It
right.
is cool.
You're
Like
right.
there's a specific spot where they sit at the bar because
We have
that's
the bar.
one of their favorite places to hang out. And I'm like, that's one of my favorite places to hang out. And it's even better if we do it like virtually because then we don't get COVID.
That's right. And it keeps the bar tab down.
Yes, there's that.
You know, I should have set that up for this scene. I don't have the bar set up on this software. I should have
Come
set
on,
that up.
David.
Next week. Next week.
Get
Okay,
it
that's one of our bits.
together.
That's our first bit.
Okay,
Next
so we're
week,
hanging at the bar.
hanging at
But
the
we
bar.
gotta like either
But there has to be something specific we do. It can't just be, oh, here's a different scene. When we hang at the bar, that's when we talk about.
that's when we talk about well, what do people normally do at the bar? Like for me, when I hang out with like coworkers and stuff at the bar, it's like we're usually bitching about something.
That's right. That could be our bitching session.
You know what I mean? Like I think or
I like that.
yeah, I guess I like that too, like bitching or just discussing like maybe that's like our gossip hour.
Yes. Oh, our catty corner.
Our catty corner, yes.
You
I
know,
like it.
because sometimes, and that's it's something you really got to keep an eye on at the office because it gets totally toxic. But it's part of being at work is complaining about other people with your friends at work.
Uh-huh. It's perfect.
Can I do? I'm going to do one right now as a practice. Here's a practice catty corner. Pretend we're at the bar. Next week,
Okay.
the bar set up. You got to be careful because the people you're complaining about could be watching.
That's true. Well, we don't have to complain about people.
No. I'm going to complain about behavior.
Okay. I like that. I
So
like behavior.
I was working with someone. This is a few years ago that just didn't understand the value of calendar invites. So they would just send an email saying, "Hey, we're gonna meet here at this whatever Zoom link at this time."
Oh, not cool.
So then I have to take the extra step of creating a calendar entry for the right time, cutting and pasting the Zoom link in, cutting and pasting the name in. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. You know, I'm gonna double book it, or just what happens is just I get a phone call saying, "Are you joining us?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot I had a meeting." If it's not on my calendar, I just don't know. And part of that is maybe I'm a heavy calendar reliant person, but part of it is just the way it works these days.
Yeah, but I think you have to be because there's so much going on and now everything's virtual. So it's like, and then having like I have multiple calendars where it's like, like
Me too. Yeah, sometimes you start working with someone, they're like, "Oh, we have to create a calendar for you," and I'm like, "Oh no,
right.
now I have
And
another
I've
one."
gotten a lot better at it. I stopped, booking the same 2 meetings at once. But yeah, it is hard when somebody doesn't use
But if someone
calendar
just sends,
advice.
and this person did it, the way it was it was producing an online event, and they had 40 speakers, and some of them, have sold a lot of books, and are, I was supposed to give them white glove treatment. Don't waste their time. These are big people.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to set up a Zoom training session where I was going to give them some best practices. Make eye contact. Your lighting should be in front of you, not behind you. Make sure your mic is close to your face. Make sure you're not echoing. All the basic stuff, and then take questions.
Yeah.
So this is meeting with me and 40 people. She sent the
40 people.
40 speakers. It was a week-long conference. There were 40 speakers. She sent the 40 of them an email saying there'll be a meeting at Tuesday at 3:00 at this Zoom link. She didn't CC me on the email, so I wasn't sure if it was happening, and no one got any calendar invites. So half the people didn't show up. I found out about it 5 minutes from I texted her. I'm like, or I messaged her. I'm like, when are we going to set up a meeting for today? She's like, yeah, I sent out the invite. Everyone's going to be there. I'm like, I never got the calendar invite. And she was like, oh, I didn't send out a calendar invite. And then when we had the next meeting, I'm like, use a calendar invite. And she like,
Did she not know how to do it?
she didn't. I had to teach her.
All right.
But
well,
then,
that's different.
and I understood that. So then I taught her. But then the next time we're doing something, she's like, so can I just send an email, or do I need to do the calendar invite thing again? And then it makes me feel like I'm being Mr.
Annoying.
Mr. Man, being all Mr. Let me explain to you why calendar is important, because people might double book and and all the stuff I said to you at the beginning, right? I mean, you agree with that stuff, but I don't want to be Mr. Lecturing Man.
Why do my hands look so giant? Oh, I guess yours do too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a weird thing about the way we do things. Normally, if we're sitting next to each other, if I lean a little forward or a little back, it doesn't make a big difference. But you lean a little forward, you get giant. Look at the size of your head. Ah, I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah, in real life, you lean a little bit back. It's no big deal. You're gonna lean a little back. You get tiny.
Whoa.
Right? That's disturbing. No one needs to see that.
All right. Anyways.
So that was enough being catty.
Yeah, that
I
was
felt
annoying.
like such a bad guy. I felt like I'm the bad guy because she's really sweet and was just trying to help and stuff. And I'm like, you need to understand why it's important.
I giggled this morning because I was trying to catch up with a friend of mine in the industry, and I'm like, let's catch up. I'll give you do you have some time this afternoon? I'll give you a call. And he's like, yep. And then he sends me one of those like Calendly things.
Oh, yeah, I like those. You don't like those?
Book a time to chat with me. No, I actually do
love
like
that.
them, and I probably should get one for myself. It just made me giggle. That's all.
Yeah, I'll set you up. I've been using it for a while. I love it.
Oh, really? What do you use? Do you use Calendly?
I use Calendly. I
Okay.
love it. I love it. It connects to your calendar. So if I put
Which
something on my
one?
calendar, I use Gmail, Google.
Okay.
But like let's say let's say all of a sudden we're like, oh, we need to do a strategy session on Tuesday or whatever, and I set a meeting with you. It blocks it in Calendly. Calendly knows what I put in my calendar and blocks off those times.
Really?
Yes, it's so good.
Okay. Yep.
So if
We'll take that offline because I need that.
yeah, it's good. All right, I it's so good. I'm having trouble stopping myself from talking about it, but we'll do it offline.
Okay, perfect. What else were we going to talk about today?
Well, more bits?
Let's talk about the Zoom thing you
Let's talk about
mentioned.
the Zoom thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Industry gossip. And by the way, industry gossip, that should be a bit.
Yes.
Not every week, but I think most weeks we should have an industry gossip. So where do we gossip? We won't do it here. We need to make a bit real. I think every bit needs its own scene.
Okay, I'm with you. So like if you're
Where do you
okay,
gossip?
but okay.
A
So
water
like
cooler, a fence between two properties in the suburbs.
yeah, like in that Tim Allen show,
Yes. Oh, yes.
Home Improvement,
Okay.
where both of our heads are just like this, maybe.
I need to be taking notes.
And we could be wearing hats.
Yes. Should I take notes? We need to make a Trello board for this.
I'm in.
We should do an episode just about Trello. I love Trello so much. I love Trello so much. All right, I'm gonna open Trello. It might pop up over your face for a second.
That's okay.
Oh no, it's here.
I'm gonna stop my video for a sec.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay, so I'm making a note to fence for gossip. Oh, that's gonna be good.
I like
Now
it.
now it's starting to come together. So
Yep.
here's the industry gossip for this week. Zoom and RingCentral are going at it.
Yes.
They're going at it in court.
Whoa.
In court, and Zoom just won. It's not over. You know how it is with court. There's rulings, and then more things happen.
Yeah.
There was just a ruling happened that was very good for Zoom. It's not over, but it was. This ruling is like yikes. So, I guess I should give the backstory. Here's the backstory. RingCentral has been using Zoom as a white labeled platform for a long time. And what that means is if I go to RingCentral and I say, I want to buy a RingCentral video account, they say, sure. And I pay RingCentral and I get my login and it looks a lot like Zoom. It doesn't say Zoom on it, it says RingCentral, but it's those blue windows and it has the same buttons in the same place. And you're like, wait a second, this is Zoom dressed up to look like RingCentral. And that's exactly what it is. And the way it works, my understanding is the calls are still hosted by Zoom. So it's not just like Zoom said, here's our software, here's our servers, run your own Zoom and give us money. These are Zoom calls on Zoom servers. They're controlling it. It's going through their world. And that's a wonderful deal. And a lot of companies do that with Zoom because a lot of companies have existing platforms like RingCentral did. They had a phone and text and everything else. And people say, well, video is becoming big. I want to do video. So you can create your own video platform, which is really, really hard to do. Or just kind of wedge Zoom in there. And when you're making a text, you're using RingCentral text. When you're making a phone call, you're using RingCentral phone call. But when you're making a video, it goes to Zoom. So up to now, that's the way the world should work, right? That's great.
Sure.
But here's where it gets a little ooh, yeah, a little. Oh, do I have the ooh sound? Hold on. I love this one. Where's my ooh? I have the laughing. Oh, wait.
Come on,
Oh.
David.
Oh yeah, and I'm not sharing screen with you. You didn't hear it. Hold on.
I didn't hear it.
I'm gonna make it so Kelly can hear it. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Is that a good one? That's like from the sitcoms. Love it.
Remember back in the day when you could, well, maybe you still can, but you could rent like CDs and tapes from the library.
Yes,
I remember,
you get sound effects.
yeah, I had an entire CD of sound effects. And it was like the coolest thing ever.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So everyone's happy. RingCentral users, they use RingCentral's platform for everything. When they make a call, it's a Zoom call, but they don't know because it's RingCentral. RingCentral's getting a lot of customers because everything's so good. Zoom is getting its share from however their deal is. I don't know the details of their deal. Everyone's happy. And then RingCentral starts making its own, or maybe it already had its own video platform. And so it says, hey, we can offer our customers a choice. If they want the RingCentral/Zoom option, they can have that. And if they want the RingCentral, just all RingCentral option, that might be easier for some of them. Make everything RingCentral. Hey, right? They might want that option. So you could have two options. That all sounds good. But Zoom is claiming that what they're doing is they're using Zoom to bring people in because they use Zoom in the demos. They give Zoom to the new customers. People like Zoom. They use Zoom to get them in. And then once they're in, they say, now that you're in, let's switch you over. And they kind of incentivize them to switch over. So in the long term, all the customers will be using the RingCentral thing and just using Zoom as the draw. So Zoom feels used. Zoom is like,
As
hey,
they should.
Yeah, and this is interpretation. Full disclosure, Zoom is a sponsor and friends, and I work very closely with them. RingCentral, I cover them. They're not a sponsor. I'm not as close with them. So I'm going to try to eliminate bias. I'm going to try not to be, I'm doing this podcast to defend my friends and sponsors and attack the other guys. I'm really, really trying to just read the article as the article is written.
Mm-hmm.
The way our article is written is, RingCentral is saying, hey, we're just offering our customers an option. And Zoom is saying, no, you are totally using us to bring people in and then switch them over. And if your video platform is so good, just use your video platform and don't use us anymore.
But you said it sucks, right?
I didn't say that. I don't know where you heard that. But the feeling is that, and that's obviously what Zoom would say. Zoom would say, and I think Zoom did say in pretty uncertain terms, what a cheeseball phrase. If you ever hear me say that again, throw something at me. I don't like the way that sounded.
What did you say?
In no uncertain terms. It's like something out of a book. People don't talk like that for real.
No uncertain terms.
What Zoom said
What does
is,
that even mean?
like very, very, like not very directly.
Oh, okay. Got it.
They weren't being subtle about it. That's it. They were
Fair
not
enough.
being subtle about it. They said, if RingCentral thinks their video is so good, then why don't they use RingCentral video to sell RingCentral instead of using Zoom video? Obviously, if they're using Zoom video to get customers, they must think Zoom video is so much better. And if they don't think it's so much better, then why are they using it? And if it is better, then why are you pulling your customers off of it once you get them in there so that you get more revenue and Zoom gets less? I mean, Zoom's mad. If you read the thing, Zoom's mad. So Zoom said, we're cutting off, because this is the thing, it goes through their servers. It all goes through their servers.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's their calls. They can turn off the keys at any time. So Zoom said what we're doing is, because they don't want to, they have to honor agreements that they honor. They're not going to break the contracts.
Yeah.
So they said our contracts are good for any new RingCentral customers up to February 1st. We won't turn those off because that's the agreement. But as of February 1st, last February, we are not turning on any new RingCentral customers onto Zoom.
Interesting.
So for the last 2 months, new RingCentral customers can't get Zoom, if I'm understanding this all correctly. And if anyone in your chat wants to correct me, that the best way to get something right on the internet is to say something wrong and someone will correct you. So I'm hoping that happens. So if anyone's in chat, please feel free to correct me, or in the comments if you're watching this recorded, feel free to correct me. But
I don't think there's anybody watching.
we got to pretend. We always got to act like there's hundreds and hundreds of people watching. Hundreds, thousands. How could they not look
We
at us? We're awesome.
Can we like fake that we have people?
We can get some bots. You mean to put some bots in chat to make us feel better?
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
My microphone keeps showing up.
That's okay. It's all part of it.
The black.
So they turned off the Zoom. And so RingCentral sued them and said, we want a temporary injunction against Zoom turning off the Zoom because we have a deal. And the judge said, nope. I looked at the contract. Zoom could turn it off. They turned it off February 2nd. That's fine. So they're Zoom is gonna sunset all of the old customers as fast as they can, and not allow any new customers. And RingCentral just is gonna be cut off. They're out of the family.
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna use their own video. They have a huge customer base. They're.
That should be a bit too.
That should be a bit. I should have a pop up, a number, a counter. Right, we could do that. We could have like a counter on the screen, a huge counter.
Huge.
I'm putting that in
spell it Y-U-G-E.
Putting that in the to-do list. This is my to-do list. I need a huge counter.
Huge.
Yeah, they're just, I mean, it's not like they're going to, I don't think all their customers are going to be like, oh, well, in that case, I'm leaving. I mean, because it's a whole thing. If you have RingCentral, it's a whole thing. Your business has it. It's not like Zoom where
one of my clients has it and they just switched.
Away from it or to it?
Away from RingCentral to Zoom.
Okay. Oh, man. If anyone at RingCentral is watching this, I'm really sorry. And I'd love to work with you. We're just reading the article the way it's written. You know what I'm saying? I can't really help it.
No opinions whatsoever.
No opinions. My friends at Zoom, I hope you're having a good Friday.
Because you're wearing a Zoom shirt. Anyway.
Oh, one quick Zoomtopia story. This cracked me up. I think there were only 3 physical Zoomtopias before the pandemic happened. And I'm at my 3rd Zoomtopia. And I was wearing, I think, this shirt, which I think is from Zoomtopia 1. And I'm just kind of walking around. It's a huge convention. Zoomtopia is ridiculous.
Huge.
Right. The count. I'll get a button on the Stream Deck. It's gonna pop up. You're gonna love it. So I'm walking around, and one of the young Zoom dudes, there are all these there's so many young people working there. All these super good looking young people. This beautiful boy.
What?
I'm old, and I'm jealous of the young people. So this young Zoom dude, and he's all like hip and good looking and cool. And as he walked past me, he just really casually goes, "Hey, vintage Zoomtopia shirt, right on, man."
And it was 2 years old.
It was 2 years old. And I'm like, that guy's so cool.
It's so nerdy.
Hey, man.
It is
Dig the vintage Zoomtopia shirt.
I'll be honest, when I leave a company, okay, first off, I don't take a lot of clothing swag because in our industry, the women's clothing swag is terrible. It's I can't bend over because the shirt's going to be halfway up my back, or they're just really ugly, and it's getting better, but it's been pretty bad for a long time. Or they'd give away t-shirts, but they were all extra large through triple X, and they were those super boxy ones, and hard. So anyways, so most of my past work clothes and swag stuff I usually give away to Goodwill.
Oh, that's good.
But I also giggle because I've worked with a lot of people that that's their thing.
Swag. I love the swag.
Saved all their swag from the past 35 years. And they're
I have some good swag, but not a lot.
5 logos ago, and it's their rite of passage. But 3 years is pretty funny.
It's a good one. Hold on.
Are you leaving?
No, wait. I'm coming back. Does this still have the logo on it? This little bus. Do you remember this company?
Video. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do remember them. What is that?
they were cool. It's a little bussy bus, little
For
VW.
what?
Just got it at one of the booths,
Oh,
but it's
cool.
cute.
Super
That was a
cute.
cool company. Oh my god, I could tell you the story of the gossip. I don't.
What happened to them?
We need to go to our gossip scene that we haven't built yet.
Mm.
They got bought for nothing. I mean, it was nothing. It was millions of dollars, but considering what the expectations of that company was, they got bought for nothing.
That's a bummer.
And it's not sure what's being done with them because it's kind of like they got bought by a company that doesn't really want to sell video conferencing. It's almost like they got bought by a company just going to use it for themselves or something. It's really weird. But
That sounds like a bad business decision.
well, what happened was they revolutionized video conferencing. The reason video works so well now is because of what they did. Before them, what happened with video conferencing was you'd send a signal and it didn't work over the internet because if you lost one packet, the whole thing would fall apart. Like the call would just break. Calls were terrible back then. The only video conferencing was inside a building from one room to another. You couldn't really do video conferencing over the internet. It was so bad. And video came around and they did something called layered video. And what that is if you lose a packet, they make it so you lose a packet that doesn't matter as much. Like the resolution might go down a little bit. They protect the stuff that matters. The audio never goes away. You ever notice on a video call, even if video is bad, the audio stays? They make the audio super priority. They make the basic video.
As they should.
Yeah, and then so maybe the frame rates will get lower or the resolution will go lower, but it protects the call because they did this layered thing. And that's the basis of what is H.264, which is like the protocol thing. Technology people have to help me out on this. That is the basis of how video is done today. It's like it's all comes back to that one magic idea they had, and what we thought was going to happen was we all thought Polycom was going to buy them for $1 billion. That's what was supposed to happen. And the rumor is that there were negotiations, but just it was 200 million and it should have been $1 billion, or it was 5. I don't remember the numbers, but it was hundreds of million, and they thought it wasn't enough. And the buyout didn't happen. And then they tried to run as an independent video company for years, and they just sort of. They were always interesting. They were always doing new stuff, but they never got like the big pickup. Well, no one did until Zoom. It's kind of sad ending.
Wah, wah.
So wait, I totally distracted us. What were we talking about before I grabbed this off the shelf?
I don't know.
Swag. Oh, t-shirts. Yeah, I have a question. Is
Yeah.
women's and men's t-shirts, is that just marketing? Like if I put on a women's t-shirt, would you look at me and say, "Oh my God, you're wearing a girl's t-shirt"?
Yes.
You could tell. Okay,
Mhm.
I was thinking I was thinking we'd just sell unisex t-shirts and make it easier for everyone.
Well, they do have unisex t-shirts.
Yeah, let's just do that.
The men and excuse me, that made me picturing you wearing like a deep V-neck woman's.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean like aren't there girl shirts with collars like this, right?
But they have like they're usually like
Oh God, that's a bad look. Now I see it. Now I see
you know
it.
what I mean?
No.
They have they definitely have unisex shirts, which girls can wear guys' shirts, but guys, I mean, I guess they could wear girls' shirts. It's just
No, not that kind though. That would be so bad. But like
So
shirts like this, just make them all the same. Let's stop complicating things.
I like V-necks though because I feel like I can breathe more.
I hate
feel less
turtlenecks. Oh my
restricted.
God.
Turtlenecks, no way.
I
No
see
way,
people wearing
Jose.
turtlenecks. I'm like, what are you doing to yourself?
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, man, and I still hate turtlenecks.
I like scarves though.
Yeah, but you can take those off,
Yeah.
and they're not like choking you.
Turtlenecks are so uncomfortable for me that I'm uncomfortable watching other people wear them.
Or what about like the mock turtlenecks, which are like half turtleneck, half not, like the one Steve Jobs used to wear all the time.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Me neither. I think it's weird.
But I liked how he had the jeans with the shirt with the blazer over it. Oh no, he didn't wear a blazer. He just wore the jeans in the t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was long sleeve, but yeah.
Yeah. And he
I wonder
had
if it was dry wicking.
it was like a thing of how much of a genius he is that in his closet he just has like 30 of the same shirt and like 30 of the same pants because he decided that he likes that and that saves him the time every morning of deciding what to wear.
That's clever though.
Yeah, but I mean, is that what makes him a genius?
No, I just think it makes life easier.
I don't know if I could do that though. I need different t-shirts. But I could
Yeah.
I could definitely just one pair of jeans and a bunch of
Well,
t-shirts. That's all I need.
I probably have like 25 American Apparel V-neck t-shirts that I wear almost every day. And they're just different
They're just
colors.
interchangeable.
Yes, but I don't wear a lot of like graphic tees.
I love them. I like t-shirts that have stupid jokes on them. I
I
have all
guess
these
I
t-shirts that oh, I had my coffee, you could talk to me now. Those coffee t-shirts.
oh my God.
Okay, one Steve Jobs story. This is how I know Steve Jobs is a genius. I love this story. He didn't have a license plate on his car. And people are like, how could you drive your car without a license plate and not get pulled over? That's illegal. He's
Yeah.
like, I figured it out. I don't need a license plate. Like, but you have to have a license plate. It's the law. You get pulled over.
Yeah,
How are you not getting pulled over? And he would just be like, I don't need a license plate. And if people pressed him on it, he would get mad and be like, just leave me alone about it, because he didn't want to tell them. Here's the deal. When you lease a car in California, for the first 3 months before you get your plate, there's just this tiny little sticker thing. I mean, it's like this big where the license plate goes. And you don't need a license plate. That's valid for 3 months. And then the lease kicks in and you get a license plate. So, or maybe it was 1 month. It was like ridiculous. It was like a short period. It was 1 month. Someone will look it up, but I think it was 1 month.
okay.
So what he did is he got a new lease on the first of every month and then canceled it at the end of every month.
God, what
and
a
then
pain in
got
the ass.
a total pain in the ass, but he had people do it for him. Totally expensive. You pay all these penalties and fees and whatever. You're not supposed to, that's how they get you with a lease. You're stuck. But he's a billionaire. He didn't care. So
Right.
for years, he just drive around a brand new, car and not have a license plate, and everyone's wondering how he did it.
Well,
Forget it.
at least now we know.
You're more impressed by the shirt thing.
Uh-huh. That just seems annoying, the car thing.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool.
It is
Oh,
cool.
that could be another bit. Genius ideas. Things that we came across that we just thought were brilliant over the week.
Or stupid,
Or we could be sarcastic about it.
right?
We'll have the scene could be like a laboratory or something.
Ooh, I like it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we got to come up with some fun stuff. Let's do it before next week. At least 2 scenes.
Okay, I'm making a title.
Hashtag goals. You already have the bar, so we got that. So you
The
just have to
lab.
set it up on this computer.
Yeah, and the fence for the gossip.
Yep, fence with the gossip.
For genius ideas. Oh, another bit we could do. We could do our Twitch spotlight. We did that one time with
Oh yeah,
Andy
with
the
Amy.
Frenchie, and that was fun, right?
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
I might want to do one.
We should probably have guests at some point.
Yes. Oh, that's another thing we're gonna have as guests. I talked to Hillary. She wants to be a guest from Hanging with Hillary.
Hanging with Hillary.
She wants to be a guest, and yeah.
And all those people out there that are watching our show right now, you can be guests too.
The thousands and thousands of people.
Just give us a call.
Right now it says concurrent viewers 1, but I think
I think it's
that's thousands.
you. Oh, it's
Right?
not
So-
you.
No, it's me and 999 other people.
Fair enough.
Oh,
All
I
right,
forgot
should
to
we
look at our
wrap
volumes.
this up?
I hope our volume levels have been good. I'm supposed to look at this meter to make sure I'm not louder than you, and I forgot to.
Oh, you got to get better at this producing podcast, man.
No, you know what? Audio's hard. Audio is way harder than video. To all the audio people, sound guys, they hate that. Not sound guys, they're audio engineers. Respect to the audio. David Danto in chat wants to know why he's the only one watching the stream and wearing some marketing. I love you, David. This is our stream development stream. In this stream, we're talking about how we're going to make the stream better and what we're going to do and marketing is going to be part of it. We have to market better.
Yeah,
But I feel like I've been hesitant on the marketing because I've been like, the stream's not ready yet. It's in beta. We're just,
Dude, we've
every
been doing
stream
it
is
for
like,
like 6 months and we suck.
yeah, we've been in beta for 6 months. But it's been like
Right.
just one more test stream.
Yeah, practice.
I bet we can probably get David Danto as a guest.
I feel at least more comfortable on screen now, so that something positive has happened from it.
See, that's a big part of it. Yeah, the Beatles, they wrote all those songs. Before they shared their first song, they wrote 100 songs that no one's ever heard because they were bad, because that's how you get good at it. So our first 6 months of streaming that no one watched, that's like the Beatles' first 100 songs.
I love your justification. Okay.
I think that's
Well,
good.
on that note, maybe we should be done for the day.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a final thought? Do I have a final thought? I don't remember.
Do I have a final thought?
I didn't even set up our final thought screen. I don't know who's going to show up here. I don't know if it'll be you or me.
I'm praying it's you.
To Wisdom Mountain, where our final thought is, and there it is.
Crap.
Guru Kelly.
Final thought of the day. Come on, help me out, David.
Oh,
My mind is blanking.
you know, just talk about how excited we are for Stream 2.0 now that we've had this stream development.
I'm so excited about Stream 2.0 after we've had this development.
It's seriously going to be great. Kelly, thank you so much for the last 6 months of I have not been doing the work on this and expecting you to show up every week and feel ridiculous. I am going to put in the work. I think we both
Let's
earned it.
Do
Make
this, David.
Make it what it should be. All right, and with
All
that,
right,
let's have an
well.
amazing weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone.